Today I'm cooking a French classic, coq Riesling, aka chicken in a white wine and cream sauce. Golden, succulent chicken in a silky Riesling cream sauce with mushrooms and shallots. Simple ingredients, but the flavour is incredible. This is proper French comfort food. So our second one-pan recipe of the week. If you haven't seen Tuesday's video, that was more of an Italian-style salmon with a sun-dried tomato orzo. Today, we're heading over to France and making the coq Riesling. If you're not familiar with coq Riesling, it comes from the Alsace region in France. It's probably less known, or it is less known, I would say, than the coq au vin, which most people do know and probably have tried, which is very, very similar, but uses red wine, whereas this uses, of course, the Riesling wine, which is a lovely white wine, and cream. And when it comes together, it is the most comforting chicken dish you will ever try. So let's get started. And we're going to start with our chicken. Now I'm using bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. I find it works really well with this dish because the chicken will keep nice and succulent during that cooking process. Equally, you could buy yourself a whole chicken and just quarter it up, or take the legs off, take the thighs off, do breasts, a bit of something then for everyone, because I appreciate not everyone likes the thighs. And what we want to do is actually marinate these up. So to that, I'm going to add a homemade bouquet garni. And in here, I've got some rosemary sprigs, some sprigs of thyme, and also some parsley. If you want to add in a bay leaf as well, by all means do so. Personally, I don't think bay leaf brings a lot to the party, so I very rarely add it in. I do have my own bush outside as well, but never use it. So that's going to go in with our chicken. I want to season it up with a little bit of salt and some cracked black pepper. I always go heavy, as you know, with the cracked black pepper. And then, of course, into that is our Riesling. Now, here, we're feeding 4 people with this, so I work on normally 2 chicken thighs per person, and I'm using half a bottle of Riesling to marinate that in, and we will be using obviously that Riesling wine in our dish. So I'm just putting it into this bag because I'm actually going to freeze this one up so I can use it another day, but it sits perfectly in there and will marinate. Now you need to marinate this for a minimum of 2 hours, or like me, one I prepared earlier here, that's been marinating overnight, and that is ideal. You really want to try and let that chicken take on some of that lovely flavour of the wine and the bouquet garni, etc. What we want to do is actually drain off the wine. So I've got here a jug and a sieve. Try not to spill this everywhere on that wine, because again, we're going to use that. That's it. Get it all out of there. And we'll put that to one side at the moment. I'm also going to get rid of my bouquet garni because I don't need that anymore. That has done its job. And then what we want to do is actually just pat dry this chicken. So I've just got here some kitchen roll and I'm just going to pat it dry. Meantime, let's turn on our hob. And you want this on a medium heat. I've already got a little bit of olive oil in here, and we just want that to heat up. And once your chicken is nicely patted dry, which mine is now, we're going to add that into our pan, skin side down first. We just want to get a nice bit of colour on that skin. So again with this, don't overcrowd the pan. You don't want these to steam. We want that skin, as I say, to go nice and crispy. And we're going to leave those now for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once you're happy with how crispy they are on the skin side, just flip them over. This pan does tend to stick a little bit, but they'll be fine. You could use skinless chicken thighs if you wanted to, entirely your choice. There we go. So flip those over and give them another couple of minutes on that side. Okay, we now want to remove those from the pan and place them into a heated tray. Last one there. And they will stay warm until we return them to the pan. Into that pan now, we're going to go in with 150 grams here of chopped smoked bacon. Use unsmoked if you prefer, and just cook that out for a minute or so. Next in with whole shallots. You could replace this with chopped onion if you prefer, but this is a little bit more traditional. I work on normally 2 of these per person. couple of extra for myself because I do like the shallots. Again, stir those through. In with a punnet of mushrooms. I'm going in with some knobs of butter and 2 cloves of garlic that I've sliced. And we're going to let these now cook down until the mushroom starts to take on a little bit of colour, as do those lovely shallots. Okay, we've got some nice colour on there now. I'm going in with about 1.5 tablespoons there of plain flour. Stir that through, cook the rawness out of that flour. Now, if you were doing this traditionally, you would wait to thicken this at the end. And the French actually add in an egg, but my wife is allergic to eggs, so I can't do it that way, so I just go for the flour option. Next in with our lovely wine. Just gradually add that in. I just want to deglaze that pan. Actually, I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Just get all those goodies off the bottom first. As much as we can. They will come off during the cooking process anyway. And then gradually add in the rest of your wine. And that's it. Last bit of our wine going in there. And I'm just going to bring that now up to a simmer. Once simmering, I'm going in with approximately 100 millilitres of single cream. And then we're going to go straight back in with our chicken. Just lay that along the top there. Like so. And of course, any of your pan juices can go back into that pan. And we're going to leave that now to cook for about 25 minutes or until that chicken is nicely cooked through and all our veggies are really nice and soft too. Once you're happy everything's cooked through to your liking, just finish it off with a nice bit of chopped parsley. Oh yeah. And there we have it. My take on the classic French dish, coq au Riesling. So let's give it a go. Let's see how we've done. There's a diddy piece of chicken here, so I'm going to grab that piece. We're going to try it. Obviously, I want an onion. Let's just get a spoon here. We'll try a bit of the sauce, of course, and a mushroom. Let's get some of that, and there's some bacon in there too. So I've got a bit of everything. Right, let's cut in. Let's see how that chicken's cooked. It's falling off the bone, but the good thing with the thigh, especially on being on the bone, is that it will stay nice and succulent. And what I should say, guys, I mentioned at the start, you could use a whole chicken and cut it up yourself and use all the different portions. If you are doing it that way, with the breasts, just put them in a little bit later on than the rest of the meat because they will cook quicker and they do tend to dry out. So maybe just cook some of the stuff with the bone in first and then add it a little bit later on. Anyway, enough waffling. Let's try this chicken. Wow. Don't know what it is about the Riesling wine. Obviously, it's an Alsatian dish, and that's where Riesling's from. It's not something I would drink normally, and I always bang on about, you know, cook with the wine that you would drink. But in there, it's lovely. I don't know what it tastes like, and I forgot to try it before I put it in. But it's really light. So if you think of a coq au vin with the red wine, a burgundy dish, it's quite heavy. This is really nice and light and very, very flavorful. One of those mushrooms. It's a mushroom. What can I say? It's cooked perfectly. And then my favourites, the onions, and that's just falling apart. Again, guys, there's no rules with this. You want more mushrooms, put more mushrooms in. You want less, take them out. You want more onions, put them in. Doesn't really matter. It's what you like. Onions, it's an onion cooked in that sauce, just makes it that little bit better. What are we going to serve this with? Well, we normally have it, and don't shoot me down in flames for this, with egg noodles or pasta, funnily enough. It goes really, really well. I think it is actually traditional in French. I think they do serve it with that. I'm not 100% sure. Please let me know down in the comments if you know the answer to that one. But the rest of the family also like it with some nice mashed potato, green beans and a little bit of broccolini. Either the pasta, the egg noodles, or the creamy mash are perfect to go with that sauce. And this keeps really well. So if you cook it up today, you can store it in the fridge till tomorrow. And we sometimes just shred it up and then serve it again with some pasta. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's a really easy dish to make and very, very flavorful. I think total cooking time is about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, obviously not taking into account the marinating of that chicken. That's it from me for today. I really appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share, comment, and hype. If you've got one of those hype buttons, I'd really appreciate one of those too. I'll put all of the details of today's Cocker Riesling down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.